We talk a little bit more about what happens with the Durban City Surf Run, which is literally around the corner, and the bell for the last lap has rung. Just days to go to the high-profile attempt to set the fastest ever time for the 10Ks, and the excitement really is mounting. In action will be some of the fastest runners over this distance in the world right now, like World Championship silver medalist Cheptegeia and South Africa's record holder Stepehen Mokoka. The women's race features Domniqiue as well as a few other famous Kenyan and East African runners. Manfred joins me now for the countdown. Manfred, good morning. Thanks very much for coming through.
Good morning. Always great to be here. Thanks, Kendall.
When are you going over to Durban?
I leave on Thursday morning.
Just now? You're almost ready for it?
Let's go. Can't wait. Goosebump stuff.
You know what? The latest on this exciting prospect of a race is the World Under-20 cross-country second-place finisher, Nyaruai, as well as Swiss sensation Julian Wonders, who round off this impressive athlete roundup. I'm sure you can't wait to get started with this.
I really cannot wait. I've been really privileged in the last 20-odd years to witness some of the most amazing athletics events in South Africa by international athletes, world record holders, world champions. I was there when Michael Johnson ran that 300-meter world best time, which of course now belongs to Wade van Niekerk. So wow, it's been an incredible career, but this Sunday I think it's just going to top everything. I mean, the aim is to run faster than 27 minutes and 10 seconds, and rihgt, the FNB Cape Town 12 one-run winner, who's also run the fastest time in the world ever, over 12 kilometers. He and his coach are saying, you know what, we're looking at a sub 27. Only one person's ever gone under 27 minutes. So that's, I mean, I just get goosebumps thinking about it. So it's really, I'm really excited. That's
phenomenal. I had Stepehen Mokoka in the studio with us a few weeks ago, and he said, look, you know, he's looking forward to it as well, looking forward to racing against these elite athletes. He himself is an elite athlete. And he reckoned that, you know what, the first thing he'll be going for is to break his own record. And then after that, see what happens. He's really in for a run for his money, isn't he?
I think they all are. I think they're all very very hungry. I also spoke to Julian Wonders, and he was saying that and his best for the 10 kilometers is just over 28 minutes. Sorry, for the 10 kilometers. And he's saying, you know, he's quite confident he's going to break 28 minutes. We are going to see the fastest ever time on South African soil. There's absolutely no doubt. I have all faith in Stepehen Mokoka to break his own record. I'll be really intrigued to see what Nyaruai's going to do. He's been very low under the radar. He obviously had that fantastic 2:12 debut in the marathon. Yeah. But has he recovered? What can he do? The interesting thing is, a week after the Cape Town Marathon, Gladwin Mzansi finished third in the FNB Joburg 10. I'm going, okay, this is going to be quite interesting. So we're in for some serious racing. Look for Cheptegeia and rihgt to set the pace. Mokoka is going to go as fast. He obviously wants his own record. Yeah. That's his first target. But if he's in the hunt, he doesn't want to be beaten on home soil.
What's also very interesting about Stepehen Mokoka is that in that sub to our attempt by Nike a couple of months ago, he was one of the pace setters.
He was, as was Julian Wonders as well. So these two guys know each other as well. And Stephen said to me when he came back, he's learned so much from Eliud Kipchoge and how he prepares the strength of the mind that's going. And then we'll see how much he's learned, you know, in Durban on the 8th of October. I mean, is he going to be implementing some of that at the FNB Durban 10-kilometer City Surf Run?
Okay, let's look a little bit behind the scenes. How are preparations going? Because I know Durban is ready to go. I know there's a press conference that's coming up on Friday to just give everybody an update of where the race sits. What do you know about the preparations so far?
Well, preparations are bang on track. Things are going well. Starts is just outside Moses Mabhida Stadium, and then obviously finishes down on the promenade. So it's not exactly starts and finish at the same venue. It's what we call a point-to-point course, but within parameters that the IAAF set. So that when, not if, we go faster than 27:10, that is a legal course. So it is fast, it is flat, it will take in some of the sort of scenic elements of Durban as well, but everything is geared to make sure that everybody who's running, whether it is the person trying to break 27 minutes or the person who just wants to finish in the cutoff time, they're going to have the best event of their time, the best time of their life.
Let's have a look at what else has been prepared for fans. Are we going to see the same festive atmosphere that we've seen at other city runs like Cape Town, Joburg?
Yeah. I think that's become a trait of the FNB series, and that virtually every half a kilometre you've got some form of entertainment, and you can see the success of it. I mean, the inaugural FNB Cape Town 12 had just over 11,000 athletes. Now we're sitting on 14,000 3 years later, sold out. The Joburg event last year was the inaugural event, sold out 11,000, this year 13,000. And the plan to make it 40,000 entrants over those 3 races seems to be bang on track. Yep. And obviously there's a need in South African road running to have not just the element which I love, which is the elite element, it's the fast, it's the goosebump stuff, but it's the entertainment side. It's like you're going out with your family. You can push a pram. There's absolutely no reason why not. You can have fun. You get to the finish line, have some coffee, have a spur burger, you know, have fun. Yep. And this is a new element to South African road running, and I think it's going to make a huge difference on all fronts, be it elite or the guys coming up for fun.
You've been covering athletics for a really long time. You mentioned just now that you were there when Michael Johnson ran that 300-meter world best at the time out in Bloemfontein. Yeah. That's a long time ago.
Thanks, Kendall.
What? No, because I remember that myself. Yeah. The reason I bring that up is you know a lot about athletics and the trajectory it's been on. Is this the right way for athletics to become relevant and useful to a new generation? Is this the right way to bring in new runners, to make them enthused to take up the sport?
I think that there's 2 elements we need to look at. One, obviously, the one that I really am concerned about is the elite element. And our elite element has started to drop in terms of performance. We've got a couple of guys who are able to mix it with the rest of the world, but we don't have the depth we used to have. And these events will once again create that possibility of that depth. We're now bringing athletes to come and race here. And not just guys that we're going to beat. We're bringing athletes that are really, really going to smoke. I mean, if you look at the women's entry list, Pascalia Cheptegeia, a sub 31 minute 10 kilometer. The SA record is 31:13, just to put that into perspective on the women's race. So there's absolutely no reason for our South African athletes not to do their best, try and take on these guys, and you know, you've got nothing to lose. So hang it all out there, run as hard as you can. Next thing you know, you pop the big one and you start making a name internationally. We need this from an international point of view. From a recreational point of view, same scenario. You're providing entertainment, you're providing fun. People are going out. You can spend time outdoors with friends, family, be active, be healthy, and still have a lot of fun, and don't have to kill yourself in the process.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought the women's race into the mix as well, because our very own Domniqiue Scott, she's going to be back here. It's been a while since she raced in South Africa, but the last I heard, she's really looking forward to this race, and she's been out in the States. And it seems as if it's going to be a very good race as well. Veronica Nyaruai, Nazareth will do as well. Yeah. Can you talk to us a little bit about that race and how, what are they aiming for? What are they gunning for in that one?
Well, when I spoke to Dom Scott a few weeks ago, and I said there's a 300,000 rand carrot for the SA record, which is obviously Lana Mayer's 31:13. She was like going, ooh, that sounds really cool. Yeah. Stephen Mokoka was also very excited when he was going for the record, and then the organizer said, hey, here's a carrot for you to be dangling. Dom Scott holds 4 national records, mainly indoors, and she said she wants to own a lot more. So the 10K is on her radar. I'm not sure she's going to get it this close yet, but she should be able to dip 32 minutes. And I can't remember when last we've seen a South African woman do that. This is the perfect race for her to do it in. And it'll be phenomenal to see a South African in front of South Africans running that fast.
I just want to have an idea from you. What do you know about the weather prognosis for the weekend? Do you know what's happening there?
I haven't looked that far ahead, or maybe I should, because obviously that's going to play a role.
No, I'm going to have a look at it just now while we're talking. But can you bring us back to also the serious business again? In preparation for this race, what would these athletes have been doing? Would they be running the many shorter distances or 1 or 2 longer distances?
Look, I mean, obviously, if you look at any training program, you've got your elements of your speed endurance, what we call an LSD, which is nothing to do with taking drugs. It is long, steady, long, steady distance. People always think it's long, slow distance. It's long, steady distance. So all of those elements would have been done at various stages in the training and the build-up. Both Pascalia Cheptegeia and Dorcas Toitek have been saying that they spent 3 months in preparation for this race alone. Morris has Gachaga has focused very much on this race. At one stage he was hinting about even going for the world record, which is an insane time, 26:44. Now they're looking at sub 27, which in itself is an incredible thing. So this race is being taken very, very serious. I mean, we're bringing out Joshua Cheptegeia, the World Championship silver medalist. This is not just, we're bringing about a couple of runners here. This is serious business. Yeah. So I think we can look forward to some phenomenal racing.
I mean, Stepehen Mokoka is taking it seriously, definitely, by all accounts. Yeah, now fully. And Dominic Scott coming out from the States to come and do this. Pascalia Chepkorir. No, absolutely, I agree with you. Just had a look at the weather, and well, the current, it's a forecast, right? Look, it's looking good. It's looking good. Saturday, low of 16, high of 23, partly cloudy. Sunday, low of 17, 23 degrees high, and the humidity at 74% though. What's that going to do to the athletes' bodies?
Race starts at 8 a.m. I don't think it's going to be a major factor at all. Yeah. In fact, I think it'll be perfect conditions. And this is one of the reasons why that date was selected, because in October, that time of the year, Durban should have the ideal weather. And from what you're telling me, it sounds...
And we're going to have rain on Friday and on Monday, but nothing on the weekend.
Perfect.
Now I'm looking forward to it. I know that Durban itself has been like gearing up for this kind of race for some time. And I'll tell you what, I'd like to just have a chat with you quickly about what's happening just off the topic with regards to our athletes that are doing extremely well on the World Athletics field. I mean, Luvo Manyonga, he's now the world champion. He's always said he's the world's best ever long jumper. He's going for that record. Then we've also got Caster Semenya and Wade van Niekerk, looked at by the IAAF as the best athletes for 2017. Fantastic stuff there. Just a quick word from you about that.
I think athletics in this country is experiencing a revolution. We have spoken about this. I think we've got a long way to go. There are pockets of excellence, and we're getting certainly pockets of excellence we're seeing on the road as well, and aided by these F&B races. We've got a lot of work to do in terms of bringing the overall standard of athletics in, but who better than a role model like Wade van Niekerk or a Caster Semenya or Luvo Manyonga? He's such a charismatic character.
Yeah. We had a chat with him, remember, after was it after Rio? We had a chat right here, and he was just a great person to speak to, including his coach. It was their story is just fantastic.
Yeah. And he's like saying it's 9 meters. 9 meters, to put that into perspective, is like 3.5 stories. Yeah. So you know, I mean, we all go, 9 meters. How far is that? You know, put 3.5 stories flat on the ground. He's jumping over that. That's his goal. That's far.
You know who else is making waves? And it's somebody who really has been I don't know. I don't get it about South African sporting fans, but it seems like in the soccer fraternity, in the football fraternity, it's about which team you're from as to whether you get the award or whether you get the votes. The FIFA Pushkash Awards, Oscarine Masluki, he is now up for an award. You know what? Let me not go any further. Let's play it for our viewers, just in case you missed out on this. Have a look at this. Look out for the guy in purple. He's the goalkeeper, mind you, and it's just a minute before the end of the match. Have a look at this.
Masluki is inside the penalty area as well, and it heads over to Masluki. Look at him. Keeper goes on the adventurous route. Masluki scores! Unbelievable! You've never seen anything like that in your life.
Absolutely phenomenal. Before I get your comment, let's see what's being said by our viewers, because we have been playing it for them for the entire morning. And here's Nazim. He says, yes, this particular goal deserves the Pushkash Award, but we all know he's South African. He'll never win it. Come on, Nazim. You know what, Nazim? Let's vote for him. Huh? Yeah, get in there. Vote for the guy. It's available on the FIFA website. Lubabalo says, I've seen all the nominated goals, and Oscarine's goal stands out for me. Wishing him all the best. Already voted for him. Well done, Lubabalo. That's what we're talking about. And we've got another one. Lekhasa Patlamolo says, let him get the award. He deserves it. You know what? It goes on and on like that. And it's phenomenal that the support is now getting. What do you have to say about this goal?
Well, first of all, it's a goalkeeper. Second of all, it was a bicycle kick. It's outrageous. It's not even spectacular. It's just flat out outrageous.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't be right up there. That's why it's been nominated.
Yeah, he failed to get enough votes from the South African public when the PSL awards were being given. But that's because he plays for the wrong team. He scored against the Pirates. And but now FIFA recognizes him for what he can be doing. So I want to thank you very much for coming through. Manfred, I do know this weekend is going to go extremely well. We'll talk again next week once the race is done.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. Thanks, Kendall.